All right, so I am Cindy. I am doing a review of Red Wine Pressed Serum tonight. I am one of the summer box reviewers, and tonight we're going to go over Red Wine Pressed Serum, why it's awesome, why you should use it, what's good about it, what it does for your skin, and all that good stuff. So, first of all, I'm going to show it to Shitra. You came. Jackie, I am the boring one. All right, so for any of you who don't know or aren't familiar with Red Wine Pressed Serum, this is what it looks like. And it does change from batch to batch. Sometimes it has like a lighter consistency or a lighter texture. I'm sorry, not texture, color. Like I have a full size in my bathroom. That's a light pink instead of this dark. So it does change. Sometimes you'll get a light one and sometimes you'll get a dark one, but I've used both and they both work consistently. So the one in the summer box is really dark like this. And as you can see, my sample size is about halfway gone already. But I'm pretty heavy on the Red Wine Pressed Serum. I think more than most people are. I use it twice a day, every day. So this is what it looks like. And then consistency wise, I actually did my routine up to Red Wine Pressed Serum on purpose tonight so I could show you guys applying it, because I know a lot of people have trouble with the pressed serums because they're kind of sticky. They're just different than what we're used to. It's sort of kind of like a gel. And then I'm going to do it the right way so you guys follow my lead, because I actually do this most of the time. Every once in a while I stick my finger in it, but I really try not to, especially for those of us who are trying to fight acne or just pimples that pop up when you're from hormones or whatever. We want to try to keep bacteria out of the things we put on our faces, right? So one of the ways that we're going to do that is by not sticking our dirty fingers into our skincare products, because obviously once you get the bacteria in there, the bacteria is going to multiply. You're going to have more bacteria in there tomorrow than you did today because you put it in there. So always try to use something. I don't have spatulas. It's just not something I've gotten around to yet, but I do have a nail file with a plastic end on it. So I just take it and I take out a little bit, and that, if you guys can see how much of it, that's plenty. It doesn't take very much at all. And I use this much twice a day. So actually, I think I've been using a little bit more than that. I used a little bit more than that this morning when I used it as my moisturizer, because I used it as my last step. But that's all it takes. It's just a little bit. And it feels, oh, it's so hard to describe how RWF feels because I don't know what else to describe it. It's like between a gel and a cream is kind of what it's like. So, I put it on my finger like this. It is a little bit sticky. So I know that some of the Sabbatical Beauty members use it, put it on like a cream and they'll kind of smooth it onto their face. I tried that. I don't know if my pores are just less cooperative. I think that they are. I have really big pores. I have large pores, and whenever I try to smooth something on my face, it's not a smooth surface, because my face is not a smooth surface. So what I found works really well for me is I take it on one finger and then I rub it onto all of them and I warm it up like this. Like I said, I already put all my other serums on. And then Red Wine Pressed Serum is my last. Well, actually I put on Glow after this a little bit too, but so warm it up really good. And then I always start under my, and then, so see, it's on, I have it on 6 fingers right now. But I always start under my eyes because I use it for dark under eye circles. And I pat it in. And then smooth it again for the rest of my face. And then I don't smooth it on. Smoothing it on is bad. At least it is for me. It never, ever, never works out unless it's the last thing I'm putting on. And then I literally pat the rest of it onto my face. Like this. And it is kind of sticky, so it like feels weird to pat it on. Like it feels like it's going to leave a weird sticky residue, but it doesn't. Like as soon as it soaks in, you can't even tell that you put it on. It's weird. And I actually, at least for me, it absorbs a lot better this way. And plus, whenever you're patting anything into your skin, you're actually like increasing circulation, which is going to increase absorption. So this is actually helping it to absorb into your skin, whereas when you're smoothing it on, it's going to take longer. because you're not speeding up the circulation as you're applying it to your face. So I went ahead and applied it for you guys. And then if I have any left, I just kind of go down to the décolletage, because we're supposed to, because like I think Marissa had mentioned in one of her earlier videos this week that your face goes down to here. So we're really supposed to take care of this area too. And you'll notice too, like as you start to age, that this area starts not to look as nice as the rest of your body if you don't take care of it. And it's because it needs to be taken care of, like a more delicate part of your body. So that's application. Smell-wise, it doesn't really have much of a smell. Maybe like a faint smell, but it's definitely not, like you can hardly even pick up a scent to it. So that's application. So I wanted to show you guys that. That is how I apply Red Wine Pressed Serum. It works very, very well for me. This is how I do it twice a day. I use it in the morning and in the evening. And then as far as ways that it has been helping me, it's definitely helped with acne. It's helped with my breakouts. It's helped to reduce my pores. It's helped to even my skin tone. Like, I don't know if you guys remember whenever I first started using Sabbatical Beauty, and this is still an issue. It's not like all better now, but it's a lot better than it was. But in my cheeks, I have like a lot of like little veins, and it's just very uneven on my cheeks. Like there's nothing like smooth about them. It's harder to see on video than it is in a picture, but yeah, it's not, my cheeks aren't even, but they're a lot more even than they were. And a lot of the reason for that is because of Red Wine Pressed Serum. It's been helping to even out any uneven like redness I have going on, and those little like tiny little broken blood vessel veins I had everywhere have been minimizing just a little bit at a time. And as I see more and more improvements the longer that I use it. And actually that's one of the things that I read, is especially with use of red wine extract and resveratrol, which is the the main active ingredient in red wine extract, is that it's not something that you want to use every once in a while. If you're looking for the benefits of this particular active ingredient, it's something that you need to use on a regular basis and something you're going to see the benefits of over time. It's not something that's going to give you the benefits that you want overnight, at least not typically. So it's one of those things that's going to build on itself, and the longer that you use it, the more and more benefits that you're going to see. So, and then that's been the case for me. So, and that's why I did the before and after photos. I actually did those for myself. Because sometimes I get discouraged and I'll take a picture and I'm just like, I don't feel like I look any better. And then I'll look back at my old photo from 3 weeks ago, and then I put them right next to each other and I'm like, okay, that is definitely an improvement. And then I feel better. And that was why I decided to share that with you guys, because I wanted you to see the benefits that I was having, because I figured if I was surprised that you guys probably would be too. It helps with hydration. It definitely keeps me moisturized throughout the day. And that's the main things it does for me, like things that I noticeably see or feel from Red Wine Pressed Serum. Besides that, I wanted to talk about ingredients, because that's, one of the fun things that we all like to do, break down the product and talk about it. So we already talked about how the main active in Red Wine Serum, red wine extract, which is the first ingredient, is resveratrol. And resveratrol is good for anti-aging. It's an antioxidant. It diminishes redness, and it can help to restore your original glow of your skin, which I've definitely seen it do that for me. Because any of you who have known me since I started, Red Wine Pressed Serum was the first product I ever ordered from Sabbatical Beauty. So it has Merlot extract, it has Pinot Noir extract, and fermented red wine blend extract. And the nice thing about the fermented portion is whenever you take something and you ferment it, it takes the cell walls of the proteins and it breaks them down. That's what happens when you ferment something. And by breaking those cell walls down, it then makes those proteins easier to absorb into your skin. And it's the same thing, like whenever we eat fermented food, the reason why it's so good for us is same thing. Well, one, because there's additional beneficial bacteria in there, which is another benefit of something that's been fermented, but also because that food has been broken down. Like with grains, when we eat grains the way that we're supposed to ferment them first. And the reason why we're supposed to ferment them first is because it takes those very, very large proteins in them and it breaks them down and makes them easier for us to absorb in our gut. So it's the same concept, only applied to our skincare, because our skin is an organ just like our gut is. So that organ needs to be able to absorb whatever you put in it or on it, just like we have to be able to absorb what we put in our bodies. So same concept, just a different organ. So I hope that makes sense. So that's why the fermented extract is important. Next active ingredient in the extract is polyphenols. If you guys don't know about polyphenols, they're incredible for your health. They're incredible for your health for 1,000 different reasons. Gretchen says, I love using it as a last moisturizer layer in the summer. Yeah, I did that today, and I'm going to admit I was really nervous about it because I really like After Sun, and I've been using it for a long time, at least since the spring box came out, and I just really, I really don't want to give up my After Sun, but yesterday was like thunderstorms, and it was muggy, and it was rainy, and it was just icky, and I was like, I am wearing too much. So today I was like, it's time to cut down my routine, and I tried it this morning, and was really surprised by how hydrated my skin felt today. And it wasn't too oily, it didn't feel too heavy, and I think like maybe halfway through the day I sprayed my face with with the cucumber mist once, but that was it. So yeah, it did a really good job keeping me hydrated. So back to polyphenols. The cool thing about polyphenols, and the reason why they're important, is for a lot of different reasons. I actually take a polyphenol blend in my my protein shake every morning because it's so good for heart health. But polyphenols come from the seeds of the red grapes. So whenever you drink red wine, you're getting resveratrol, but you're also getting polyphenols. The reason why you get it in the red wine and not in the white wine is because white wine is just the juice, and then red wine is the juice and the meat, and the meat includes the seeds, and the polyphenols are in the seeds of the grapes. So that's where it comes from. And polyphenols help prevent cell oxidation. They help to prevent the effects of UV radiation on your skin. So it does help to be a protectant. So it's kind of like a booster for your sunscreen, and which is perfect because it's in the summer. So if you're using it as your last moisturizer, you put your sunscreen on, you're going to have a nice booster under there, which is good. It slows the growth of bacteria, which, remember how I told you guys that it helped with, it did help with my breakouts. It helped to lessen them after I'd used it for a while. It inhibits keratinocyte proliferation, which can cause acne lesions. So that's really exciting. So it doesn't just help to balance your skin tone, it also helps to slow the bad bacteria so that you don't get too much, so much acne on there, so that you get the abscesses, that you get the acne in your pores. It also helps to ease sunburn. So that's another reason why it would be nice in the summer. If you get a little too much sun, your Red Wine Pressed Serum is going to help you heal from that. And the flavonoids protect from the compounds that react with the UV rays to cause your sunburn. So again, it is going to be like a booster to help protect you from the sun. And then the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology in 2011 found that those who used a red wine gel for 30 days reduced acne by 54%. That's a lot. That's a lot, guys. So, but that was a 30-day study. So, like I said, it's not something that you're going to want to just use every once in a while. It's something, if you want to see the benefits of it, and something that you need to use regularly. And then you're going to build up to those benefits a little bit at a time. It's not something, it's not an overnight thing. It's a, you know, you use it every day and you'll see some benefits next week, and then you keep using it, you'll see some more the next week, and then it's just going to keep getting better and better. So So that's pretty much all I had for details. Do you guys have any questions for me? Do you want to know anything else that I didn't talk about? Anybody have any questions? No? Alrighty. Well, it looks like, so this is my second review. I'm supposed to do a question tag for the next scheduled reviewer. So I gotta think of a question. You want to try it? Jackie, I can definitely give you a sample, for sure. Like I said, I have a full size at home, so I can give you, I'll just clean out one of my little things and put some in there so you can try it. I think you'll really like it. It's a great summer moisturizer, and it's really going to help. And it helps with that. I mean, it helps with everything. I mean, it's, like I said, it's my favorite product. So I'm definitely into that idea. And if Jackie tries Red Wine Pressed Serum with me, then maybe we can talk about that together sometime. I don't know. Jackie and I will have to talk and see what she thinks about that. I don't want to put you on the spot. So much info. I didn't mean to overwhelm you guys. I just I know that you like that. I know that you guys like the fact that I am good at finding these kind of facts. So I wanted to make sure that I did that for you. I know that that's important to you guys, and I enjoy doing it. So I wanted to do that. Hi, Mary. Does anybody have any other questions? Jackie's excited. Yay. Yay, this will be fun. I have to think of a question for the next reviewer. So what do I want to know? What random thing do I want to know? How about when you were a child, what was the movie that you couldn't stop watching because it was so inspiring to you? That's what I want to know. That's my question for the next reviewer. Now I love RWPS even more, Foon says. Gonna put that on my acne and spot under my nose. I have a lot of broken vessels there. Yeah, I put it everywhere, Foon. It's not something that I spot treat with. I use it all over my face and under my eyes. Because I don't use everything under my eyes, but I use it under my eyes as well because it does help with the dark circles. I need to give you guys another before and after. Because I know you can still see my dark circles, but they're so much better than they were a couple months ago. They definitely are. So, do you guys have any other questions? Anything else you want to know about it? I am a Red Wine Pressed Serum book. So anything you want to know, please ask. That's what I'm here for. Alrighty, I think we're good. I guess if you guys think of any other questions, or if you're watching the replay, anything at all that you want to know, just ask. That's what I'm here for. And let's see. I need something under eyes for puffiness. Does RWPS help? Yeah, I think it is helping me with that. But I also use Bright Eyes, which definitely helps with puffiness as well. So I use both. I think if you were looking for puffiness particularly, Bright Eyes would probably be better. But the RWPS is helping me with my dark circles. So that would make me think that it actually probably does help with that too. So it just depends on what you want your main focus to be, I guess. So, yeah, I'd say Bright Eyes or RWPS would help. I really, really, really like the way that Bright Eyes works. I can see it working. Yeah, it is really great for acne. Yeah, and like I said, I use it all over. And guys, I'm acne prone. It's complicated. I don't know if you can say I'm acne prone. Like I get clusters every once in a while. I get them here, and I get them in the most annoying place down here. And this place still isn't completely gone, but it's almost gone. And then every once in a while I get them around my lips, and those ones are really painful. But actually, since I started the summer box, guys, I haven't had a single pimple in any of these areas. And these ones on my temples, I used to have to massage this for so long, they're completely gone. So that's really, really exciting. And these are almost gone. So my breakouts are getting less and less and less the longer I use the summer box. So it seems to be doing a really good job clearing everything out. Maybe I should pair up RWPS and Bright Eyes together. That's what I do, Foon. That's why I said it's hard for me, because I started using them together, because my main focus when I started using the products was with dark circles. So I ordered Bright Eyes and RWPS together. But I ended up using RWPS all over because I realized that it was so beneficial for everything else. But I do use them both under my eyes in the morning. And then at night I just use RWPS under my eyes along with a couple other things. But I don't use Bright Eyes at night. So, yeah, that's what I do. Do you guys have any other questions? Tee-hee. Do you have any other questions, Foon? I think you sound like you're good with the RWPS and Bright Eyes. Alright, if you guys have any other questions for me, just let me know in the comments and I will get back to you as I see them. And if you are catching the replay, ask me some questions on there too. And also if you are watching this on YouTube, then please like and subscribe to our Sabbatical Beauty channel. We would really appreciate it. And I guess have a good night, guys. Bye.